Have you noticed the giant meteorite that has hit our earth or felt it of fear, judgment, and control? Now, this has started hitting, I mean, it's been here like forever, right? Like fear, judgment, control, the meteorite. But it literally feels like some giant, like bomb meteorite from the sky has come down and hit us with this invisible fear, control, and judgment. And this last week, I don't know if you felt it or not, but it was really up for me. And I've talked to a few people and it was really up. So for me, the result of that has been a little bit of like, I've just felt a little down. So I started to get really curious about that because if you're feeling down or anxious or any of these human emotions we go through that are uncomfortable, getting curious about what's underneath it and then is really supportive to you. And then of course, if you having a hard time shaking it, asking for help, getting some help. So my friend Alexis and I sat down yesterday and I asked her for support and she supported me. So anyway, it was very helpful. So ask for support if you are at all feeling any of these things and you're having a hard time shaking it. Okay, so there's this meteorite. So those of us that are empaths and very sensitive and can feel it all, my invite to you is to become an empowered empath. That's a whole other video. And in the meantime, my invitation to you is to keep your aura up. Aura up, aura up, aura up. At the bare minimum, doing that throughout the day, keeping your connection to source. And it's not about being fearful, it's about being strong. Warrior like, my aura is up. I've got this, right? Protected, feeling good, but not protected out of fear, out of strength. Okay, so this meteorite that's hit, this is my experience of it, is that it is creating a ripple effect, an invisible energy. And one of the results is people being conditional with one another. This is what I realized this week is that I'm really grieving this of how conditional humans have gotten with one another. Now, I have been firsthand, have had an experience with this over, and I'm going to use the word 3D. I don't tend to love using that, but I'm going to use this. And what I mean by that is this matrix, right? This matrix that we're in, the programming that we're in. We are all in it. And my mission is for myself to peel back the layers and to support you in peeling back the layers so we get to clarity. So, however, but in the midst of this 3D matrix, there's all kinds of programming, Republican, Democrat, mask, no mask, this, that. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And with this meteorite here, it's gotten more intense. But one of the results is people are being very conditional with one another. I don't like you anymore. You were my best friend in high school. However, you did not do dot, 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 dot. We are done. Oh, my daughter, my son, my husband, my wife, I feel this towards you now, or we are no longer having a relationship because you didn't do dot, or you feel this. This is happening all over. It happened to me. I lived in San Francisco. Now I live in North Phoenix. Now this was a 3D situation that it was rumored. It doesn't even matter. The net result was a bunch of my mom friends, a bunch of people that I thought were my friends, right? And these are people I've taken their kids to dinner. I've had their kids spend the night at my house. We've gone camping. We were friends. We were a community. And this one thing happened that I have a view that did not align with their view, a truth that did not align with their truth, and they cut me off. Fact. And here's the thing, and my daughter as well. My kid cannot play with your kid, sort of thing. It got ugly and it got deep, conditioned. So the friendship from the very beginning, where I thought was solid, there was a conditionality on it. And I don't even truly believe that they thought that in the beginning. But because of this meteorite I'm talking about, this energetic meteorite, this psychic psychosis that's happening for people, that was the result. They think they're doing the right thing, right? By saying you're not okay. So For someone like me who was abandoned at a very early age, I have massive wounding around support and community, and I've worked through a lot of it, but it's still there and I'm human. It made me really, really sad. But here's what I'm proud of. Here's what I'm proud of. I did not waver from my truth. I did not waver from my truth. I stood in what I felt was true. And that felt really good. That felt really good. So, but back to being the conditional piece, it really broke my heart, and it's still breaking my heart. And I'm seeing it all over the place. I'm seeing it within families. I'm seeing it within my own family. I'm seeing it. And when we leave this planet, whenever our time is up, what really matters is how you loved. It's one of the big things. How did I love? How did I love myself, my neighbors, my family? So here's what I also urge you to do. And here's, I'm going to take, I'll say, excuse me, blah, blah, blah. I took it one step further within myself this week because I was really grieving this seeing how conditional people are. And I asked myself, where am I conditional with myself? All over the place. I have so many conditions on myself. It's better. It's way better than it was. But boy, I can be hard on myself. And I can think this one part of me is fine, but this other part, not so much. That other part's not doing that great. I have condition. Many people are conditional with themselves. So here's the question. If we start healing our relationship to ourselves and start unconditionally loving every single part of ourselves, how would that shift and change the world? Would we have more armor against the meteorite that is hit our planet of judgment, control, and fear? If we were whole is not the right word, if we were wholeheartedly loving, unconditionally, radically every single part of ourselves, even the part that may have yelled at your kids in the morning, or the part that told a lie, or the part that used to be addicted. So my urge to you is to begin asking yourself that question. And this may not resonate, but if this does resonate with you, where am I being conditional with myself? And then where am I being conditional with people in my life? And you may not be, but start with yourself. Because I don't know about you, but I am ready to heal the psychosis of control and fear. And I say psychosis, I know it's a big word, but that is not who we are. We are not like that at our core. We are in the mix of it all, in the energetic mix, and it creates fear. Fear can learn to be a level of brainwashing and psychosis. If there are people I know that have cut off their own kids right now, can't come in the house because of X, Y, and Z. So let's start with ourselves. Where? Let's start with ourselves. Ask yourself where you are being conditional, if you are, with yourself, and then take it another step forward. And even if you're not at complete peace with that part of yourself, fake it. I love you. I unconditionally love all parts of myself. And eventually, if you're not feeling it, you will get there. And the net result is we're going to rise above what the programming is from the media, from our wounding, from society, from whatever it is. Because when we wholeheartedly love ourselves, it's literally the best armor we can have. So this is what I'm working on, and invite you to work on it with me, because I just want to love you. What you believe is your choice, but I just want to love you. And I want to be loved back. This is how we heal the planet. This is how we heal ourselves. Hi, baby. My daughter just got home. Hold on one second. I'll be right out. My nose, okay. I love her so much. See, look, I even blush. Look at that. That's how much I love her. And I got to look at the places if I'm being conditional with her. So let's spend this time rising up being so radically, unconditionally loving to ourselves so that we can bring that energy to the collective and move through this. Many of you have said, and we're moving toward the new earth of awakening. And this is one of the ways we do it. All right. My name is Beth Osmer. And if you have if anything lands for you with this video, I would love to hear from you. Hit reply and just tell me what landed for you. All right. I love you. I see you. And I'm committed to working on the places where I'm conditional with myself so that I can be 100% hold you in unconditional love. I'll see you on the next video.